down here on the seedy side of Bel Air. I've continued to work, not a tremendous amount of progress, but what I have done is I actually tore up the dirt ground cover that I had initially put down, and I had a very thin layer of plaster there to try to raise the ground up to a little bit higher, closer to track level. So I got rid of all that, and then I used drywall spackle to create basically a concrete foundation. Drew in the road. I've got the buildings laid out. You can see I've got some sidewalk roughed in there, and the blue building is a placeholder for the grocery store, general store, and the red roof building is a placeholder for the gas station that'll go there. Then again, the park will go over there in that empty spot. So next thing I need to do is I need to figure out how to I want to raise all of where the buildings are sitting. I want to raise that up to be level with what the sidewalk is, that 64th or 32nd of an inch, whatever it is. So I need to get that in there, get it all smoothed out and leveled. This is a new toy that I bought just to help me with that. Is this micro level. It was on sale for or micro mark digital level. It was on sale for like $15 off the normal price, and I finally bit the bullet and bought one. It's pretty cool. I like it. So that's what we're doing here on the seedy side of Bel Air. Here in the good side of Bel Air, next to the station, I've got made some progress on the freight house here in Bel Air. Still a little bit of work to do. I need to fabricate a chimney. This particular structure had an extremely tall brick chimney that was wider at the base, and then about halfway up it necked down to a little bit narrower, so I'm going to have to figure out how to scratch build that. But I scratch built the structure. It's got titchy windows and doors. The entire loading platform there is all scratch built as well. There's steps at the far end down by the personnel door just on the other side of the tree there. So got that done. Not done. I've made a lot of progress on that. I got some details on there. I still want to add some lighting. I want to do a little bit of lighting. I don't think you can really tell from here, but there's a little bit of interior detail in there. I want to add, so you can't see it at all. It doesn't look like. I want to add some more in there, and I'll put a couple lights in there, and a couple of exterior lights to light that up. So some progress being made on the freight house. Okay, so over here across the tracks from the station in Bel Air, I've actually done a little bit of work. You can see I've got the turnout right here. This takes you down into Baltimore Yard, and this allows you to have the continuous loop. So let me turn the layout on. And you can see there I acquired some tortoises from a guy in my train club who decided to take down his layout. So I got a bunch of tortoises from him, and I got one installed and wired up, and I put the switch in here. So now when you throw, you can see the green signal indicates that you're lined to stay on the main line and go around on the loop. I throw the switch, throw the turnout, red indicates that you're now lined up to go down into or come out of Baltimore Yard. So we got that done. In addition, this piece right here wasn't there. The benchwork ended behind it, and this section was kind of just hanging out in free space. So I added in this piece of wood here, put down some foam. Still trying to figure out exactly what I want to do with this little space in terms of scenery. I feel like there ought to be something cool I could do. I just don't know what it is. So if any of you guys have any suggestions, please let me know. Other than that, I don't think any other progress made in Bel Air. I have this little passenger station sitting right here because, you know, once we get to the next phase or whatever, the main line of the railroad is actually this line here. You go back and you can see there's some reefers sitting on it at the ice house. Once I get the railroad, its long-term vision, that track actually curves around and will come around all the way through where you see that temporary track right here, and then comes into, this will actually be Towson, and then farther down will be Baltimore. So anyway, so what was the point of that? So the reason, so I've got a passenger, so short term, I've kind of got this idea that I'll build some wooden, you know, crossings here to get from the main station over here to the passenger station. because this is where, for now, the trains would come by, either coming out of Baltimore or making the loop around. That's where the passengers would actually have access. So temporarily, this is actually a model of Notch Cliff Station. This right here, on the Maryland and Pennsylvania Railroad, and ultimately that will be located between Baltimore and Bel Air, which is where Notch Cliff was. So anyway, just putting things in different places, trying to see how they fit, how they look, and figure out what the heck I'm actually going to do. I guess another thing, I don't think I had this last time, maybe I did. Actually, my mother was at a garage sale a few weeks ago, and this person was selling these little shelves here. Put a bunch of stuff in it on my never-ending quest to try to be more organized. So outside of model railroading, a lot of stuff's been going on. A few weeks ago, my house was full. Myself, my mother, my youngest son and his girlfriend, and my middle son were all living here. And today, my middle son and his girlfriend are moving out into their own place. And 2 days ago, Friday, my middle son left to move to England to chase a girl over there. So now it's just me, my mom, and my dog. So been a lot of stuff going on here to help both my sons get ready for their move, and donating some furniture to the new house and all that kind of stuff. So a lot going on, just not a lot of model railroading stuff, a lot of work-related stuff. So I've been kind of pulled away from getting the model radio, especially getting the videos done. So hopefully I'll be able to get a couple of videos that I have in the works out soon. Okay, so as the winter time starts to set in here and the weather's not so nice outside, good time to spend it downstairs in the basement on the railroad. Looking forward to doing some expansion on the railroad. I actually got a whole bunch of lumber from the guy I got the tortoises from. I actually got a bunch of L girders and other lumber, so I have a bunch of material to work with for the bench work to start the expansion. And with my sons moving out, I can now take the stuff that's been over here and move it and get it out of the way, so now I can push Baltimore Yard down to where I ultimately want it to be, and where the yard is at temporarily will be Towson. We'll put that town in, so that will probably be the first thing I do is work on that, at least get to the point where the bench work's done, track work's in, get that done, and then we can start here with what will ultimately go down into Cardiff and Red Lion and ultimately York. So hopefully over the winter time we'll be able to get a lot of that stuff done, and I'll try to make videos to make sure you all can see what the heck's going on, and I'll try to so until then, thanks a lot for watching. I hope everybody's staying healthy and safe, and I will see you down the rails. Take care.